And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a game called Potato Man, which is a great title for a game. I love potatoes, and Potato Man is my hero. I like him so much, I want to eat him. Okay, anyway. Potato Man is a trick-taking game. Many people have played games called trick-taking, where you're playing the cards and you win tricks. Most of the time, in most trick-taking games, you have to play the same color as the person who leads the trick. In this one, you are playing a different color than the person who leads the trick. But that's pretty much it. There's a few small twists. Does that make it interesting? Let's find out. So rewards cards are placed in the middle of the table. Now these cards are put here for a couple reasons. They're rewards cards. Each one's worth points equal to the number of sacks on that card. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are 5. But they also show you the distribution of cards in the main deck. For example, you see that the yellow card has a 1 through 13 on it. That means there are 13 yellow cards, 1 through 13, while the red ones are 5 through 18, 4 through 16, and 3 through 14. The cards are going to be shuffled and dealt out to the players, and there may be some cards left over depending on the number of players. One person's chosen to go first. That person can play any card that they want from their hand. So let's say I play the yellow 8 in front of me. The next player in this round, which is called a trick, has to play a card that is a different color. I played yellow, so they could play the red 13. Then the next person has to play a third color. And then finally the last person has to play a fourth color. So here they'll play a blue. We then look at the cards, and the highest card wins the trick. So red wins this trick. If there are 2 cards that are highest, then whoever played their card last is the winner. So if blue had played a 13, they would have won. So red wins. These cards are discarded, and because the player who played a red card wins, they take a reward card, which is going to be worth 1 point. If all the red cards are gone, or any color is gone and you need to take it, then you take one of these special reward cards worth 5 points. If those are all gone, well then you get nothing. There's a couple small things. First of all, the red cards are the highest, of course, but the 16, 17, and 18 show this bad dude here, Evil Spud. And if he's in the same trick as one of the Potato Men, the 3 lowest cards, the 1, 2, and 3 of yellow, they automatically win. So if I play the 17 and yellow plays the 2, normally the 17 would win, but in this case, I guess this guy's much smaller than you think since he's there on the end of Potato Man's fork. But anyhow, the 2 yellow would automatically win the trick. And after the end of the round, you add up your points, you put them all back, and then you start another round. There are some changes for 2 and 5 players. With 2 players, each player is going to play 2 cards. With 5 players, the 5th player can play a card of any color since the other 4 colors have already been played. Now let's say it's your turn, and let's say a blue and a yellow and a red card have been played, and all I have in my hand are blue, yellow, and red. I don't have any greens in my hand. At that point, I show everyone my hand, and the round instantly ends. This trick doesn't finish, and we go to the next round. So this will happen sometimes quickly in a round because it just happens that the player gets a bunch of cards they can't play, but often near the end of the round when there's only a few cards left. After a determined number of rounds, whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. Now, Potato Man is very interesting because the first time I played it, I did not like it at all. It felt completely random, it wasn't very enjoyable, and that's because, ladies and gentlemen, Potato Man says that it plays 2 to 5 players, but that is a lie. It should only play to 4 players because 5 players is no good. Whoever goes 5th can win almost every trick because when it's their turn, they can play whatever card they want from their hand, so they can usually win the trick and with whatever color. It's just not very interesting. 2 players is okay, but this game really shines with 3 and 4 players. Now with 3 players, there's even an option where you can take out a color, so there's only 3, and that works well. Actually, I played it that way and with all 4 colors, and they're fine. I mean, the 3 colors is a little bit tighter. But it's just a unique game. You have a Potato Man card in your hand, 1, 2, 3, they're garbage, so when do you play them? Sometimes you're forced to play them, like most trick-taking games. but sometimes you can hang on to them and you're waiting for your opponent to play that evil spud. The guy with the evil spud, you know when you play that you can win a trick, unless someone has a potato man. So sometimes you throw those out just so that you try to draw them out. You'll play other colors and hope that somebody has to play a yellow and get those potato men out of their hand. It's really unique, and then not every card is in the deck. I was very impressed with this. When it comes to trick-taking games, I like simplicity. I like games that you can just play very easy, and this is definitely one of those. I mean, really, the only rules you need to remember are play a different card, a different color card, and Mr. Potato Man beats the evil spud. That's it. It's very simple other than that. And you can play quickly. I mean, Hearts is a game that I like quite a bit, and I love how smoothly Hearts plays. This is one I could see could be a classic style game. I like the different numbers. I like that the red numbers are generally higher than the blue, green, and yellow. I like that. And then, but if you win with a yellow one, you get more points. However, if you win a whole pile with red, you can get those bonus point cards, which are worth even more than the yellow. There's some subtlety to the game design, but like I said, 5-player, very bad. 3 and 4, excellent, and I'm glad I didn't quit after the 5-player game. I'm kind of surprised they put that on the box at all. But Zoc is known many times for making great children's games, but this is a good trick-taking game. In fact, this may be in my top 10 trick-taking games. That's how simple and just how easy it was to play. Really cool. And not many trick-taking games do well with 3 players. This is one that is an excellent on that regard. That's Potato Man. I love potatoes. Dice Tower Judgment! Approved for 3 and 4.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
Do.